Hello Wolfpack and welcome to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide videos, but today we are covering Alakazam. Now, Alakazam is one of the OG incredible Pokemon. It is always going to be an incredible Pokemon. It's got such a high special attack stat at 135, high speed at base 120, relatively high special defense as well at base 95, which allows you to live a hit on the special front, but on the physical side, it is frail as heck. So, yeah. But this is obviously a Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl guide. I definitely recommend, if you're looking for Sword and Shield, go and check out a different guide, which is on my channel in the link below. There's playlists for the Sword and Shield stuff there. Watch down there as well. Why don't you click the subscribe button, also like it, and comment what you normally use Alakazam for. You know, I'm trying to get 1,600 subscribers by the end of the year. Currently on, I think, 1,525 or something like that. So, you know, not long left. But I definitely would love to hit that by the end of the year. But without further ado, let's get back to Alakazam, because that's who the video is about. Now, the first set for Alakazam I've got is a Choice Specs Alakazam, because honestly, this thing can just destroy things whilst it's Choice Specs. Now, you can always go for the Life Orb with the Magic Guard if you want to, and I think I've got that in the later set, so I'm not going to talk too much about that now. But Magic Guard means that you don't take damage, you only take damage from a direct attack. So if you get Toxic or Burned or there's some kind of other effect like Stealth Rocks, you are not going to be taking any damage, and that can be really, really helpful, and it's the best of all three abilities by far. In Focus, meaning you can't flinch, can be pretty good in some scenarios, but Magic Guard will win out on those in almost every single scenario, because someone is going to be running a Toxic or a Stealth Rocks or something that's going to cause you problems. Moveset wise, I've gone for Psychic, which is a powerful Psychic type attack boosted by Stab. You can go for Psyshock instead if you're worried about having like a Blissey come in. The Psyshock goes on the defense rather than the special defense, and that would mean that it would just take out the Blissey in one, because Blissey has 2 defense. Dazzling Gleam, which is a powerful Fairy type attack. Obviously, Fairy type moves were moved into BDSP, and that allows you to be able to hit dragons really effectively, which obviously are a huge problem in general. And Dazzling Gleam is just a fantastic option for coverage on dark types, because you're weak to them. Energy Ball, powerful powerful grass type attack that hits a lot of Pokemon for a lot of damage. So things like water types, ground types, rock types are all hit for super effective damage on there, and there are quite a few of those just lurking around. And Shadow Ball for final coverage, it hits other psychic types, so things like the Lake Trio are definitely going to be pretty prevalent in comparison with Alakazam, and also any other ghost types, which are obviously super effective against you, so things like Mismagius, which you are faster than, unless it's Choice Scarf, you will be able to hit pretty hard. EV-wise, gone for max special attack, max speed with a timid nature, so more speed, less attack, and 4 EVs of special defense. I'd recommend going for the maximum possible speed here, because it allows you just to outspeed a few more Pokemon. And if you go for the not plus speed option, then things like Azelf are going to be able to outspeed you, and it's just going to cause problems for you in the long term. If you want to go for a Choice Scarf scenario, so you're increasing your speed, which again is quite a common set for Alakazam, you could definitely go for that and then go for the Modest Nature. That's what I'd recommend at that point, because you're going to be outspeeding almost every Pokemon that isn't faster than you naturally. Moving on to the second Alakazam, we have got a Life Orb Magic Guard set. As I said, it's an option that you can definitely run here. I put Calm Mind alongside this, but you don't have to put Calm Mind. I'm pretty sure it gets access to things like Thunder Wave, which could be really beneficial for like Choice Scarf Mons. Yeah, it gets Thunder Wave. You can Taunt as well. You've just got a lot of coverage moves on there in general. You've got Nasty Plot, which you can also use to set up your special attack and just destroy. So there's options there. If not, you could just go for free attacking moves and recover, because that's a perfectly good example as well. Magic Guard, as I said, I've already spoken about that, but Magic Guard and Life Orb means you don't take any Life Orb damage, which is, again, really, really good. Psyshock, I explained, Psyshock goes in defense rather than special defense. It's boosted by Stab, it hits really hard. Obviously, Psychic or Psyshock are your options. Those are the best options, really, for your Psychic type attacks here. Dazzling Gleam for a powerful Fairy type attack. Obviously, it covers a lot of different Pokemon. Realistically, the Fairy type move is just overpowered in general. So, using Dazzling Gleam is going to work really nicely for you. And Recover to allow you to heal yourself back up, because you probably will end up taking some damage here and there. And obviously, being able to recover that off is going to be really nice in specific scenarios. If you're Calm Minding, obviously against a special Pokemon, then you are just going to have a lot of ease when it comes to just recovering that damage off your 1 or 2 set up. EV wise, I'd go for max special attack, max speed. I'd continue with the timid nature here, so more speed, less attack. That just means that you're faster than everything, and also with your calm mind, you're already setting up your other stats, so speed is the one that you want to be focusing on. If you're going for like sticky web or paralysis scenario, you could always go for max HP, max special attack, but I would definitely recommend going for the speed one instead. The HP is just a very specific option in very specific scenarios, but typically you're going to want that speed nature because you're just so frail in your physical aspects. Moving on to the third Alakazam I've got here, I have got a support Alakazam. I've put leftovers on here, but you definitely could put a light clay on here instead if you wanted to. I've got Synchronize as the ability because I thought if you get toxic, you can then toxic them back, and you don't actually have access to toxic in this game. Again, it's been removed like it was in Sword and Shield, and Alakazam currently cannot have toxic. Now, when it gets to the home integration, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to have toxic, but I will obviously find out when we have that home integration. Light Screen Reflect, obviously they set up your defense and your special defense, meaning you're going to be taking less damage. I definitely recommend going for Reflect first because obviously you're frail on your physical side, but you can always go for Light Screen first if you want to. It's entirely up to you. Recover to heal off any damage whilst you're setting these up, and then Psychic is just your damaging move. Now naturally you have a huge special attack stat, so you're going to do quite a lot of damage even without the investment. Now, a few ways you can run this. Max HP, max speed allows you to get the light screen and reflect off really quickly. Again, with a timid nature, so more speed, less attack. That will definitely allow you to get these off really quickly, so you can just fire them off 2 turns in a row, and you can recover off any damage really rapidly. But what you can also do is go for max HP, max special defense, or even max HP, max defense to try and live a physical attack. But I definitely recommend going for the max HP, max special defense instead. I believe it's a calm nature, but it might be a careful nature. If you go for special defense, if you go for defense, it's a bold nature. Careful and calm, I can never remember the difference between the two of them, and you know, I'm not going to check because I don't know. Moving on to the fourth Alakazam, we have got a Salak Berry here with a substitute set. Now this is a quirky set, and if you use this and you get somewhere with it, then please let me know, because this was just more of a fun quirky idea that I wanted to try out. You've got substitute here, which allows you to reduce your HP by 25% each time you use it. Now the idea here is to use substitute 3 times at some point, allowing you to get down to 25%. You can definitely use Magic Guard, and in fact I'd recommend Magic Guard over Synchronize now that I think about it, to stop you from having that miscellaneous damage happening. You get exactly on 25%. You've got Nasty Plot to allow you to increase up your special attack stat by 2, 4, even 6. Obviously if you even raise it by 2, you're up to 738 I think in your special attack stat, which is huge. Honestly, that can just obliterate almost everything. And then move-wise, Psychic and Dazzling Gleam again. You can always go for like Shadow Ball. You can always go for Energy Ball. You can always go for a large variety of moves. But I've just gone for Psychic and Dazzling Gleam because they're the main two moves. You can always go for the Psyshock as well, because obviously any special walls come in, you can then just Psyshock them. But EV-wise, I'd recommend the max special attack, the max speed with a timid nature, so more speed, less attack, and 4 EVs in HP in this one, just to allow you to have the substitute that works quite nicely there. Now, obviously, substitute and the Salak Berry, I think it's a quirky set. It's definitely a really, really quirky set. I am not sure if it would ever work, but you know, you can have some fun trying it out and let me know if you manage to get anywhere with it. But that is going to be all for today, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here, so I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you soon.